Why do some people doubt the resurrection of Jesus when those that were with him during his earthly ministry all died, spreading the good news about Jesus and his resurrection? Do you think anyone can die for a lie they invented? His apostles continued spreading the gospel about him despite seeing their fellows killed. What was their conviction actually? The story of the earthly ministry of Jesus looks more real than it can be false. If you watch till the end, you will find out how the 12 apostles of Jesus died. For centuries, the truth has been buried in ancient scrolls, local legends, and the blood-stained traditions of the early church. What actually happened to the men who followed Jesus? From being flayed alive in Armenia to being sawn in half in Persia, this isn't just a story of faith. It's a story of ultimate sacrifice. Today, we're uncovering the brutal, heroic, and often mysterious deaths of the 12 apostles. We start in Rome in 64 AD. Christians were being hunted. Peter, the rock of the church, was captured. But here's the twist that has echoed through history. Peter refused to die like his master. Feeling unworthy to be crucified upright, he made a final, defiant request. "Crucify me upside down." Unlike the others, James' death is recorded in the Bible. In Acts chapter 12, King Herod Agrippa decides to strike at the heart of the movement. James was led to the sword, becoming the first of the 12 to seal his testimony with blood. Then comes John. They tried to kill him, throwing him into a vat of boiling oil in Rome. But he emerged untouched. Eventually, he was exiled to the island of Patmos. He is the only apostle believed to have died of old age, leaving behind the haunting visions of the book of Revelation. Andrew took the message to Greece. Legend says he was tied to an X-shaped cross. He did not die instantly. For 2 days, he hung there, reportedly preaching to the crowds who gathered to watch him die, until his last breath. Doubting Thomas did not remain a skeptic. He traveled further than almost anyone, reaching the shores of India. But his mission ended in the hills of Mylapore, where he was reportedly pierced by the spears of local soldiers. According to the traditions, Bartholomew suffered one of the most horrific fates. In Armenia, it is said he was flayed alive, his skin removed before he was finally crucified. A grim reminder of the price of his conviction. Matthew, the man who once worked for Rome, took the gospel to the ends of the earth. Some say Ethiopia, others Persia. Whether by the sword or the spear, the man who wrote the first gospel gave his life in the mission fields. James, son of Alphaeus, often called James the Less, his death is uncertain. Some traditions suggest he was stoned or clubbed to death in Jerusalem. Jude the Apostle, also known as Thaddeus, is believed to have preached in Mesopotamia and Persia. Tradition holds that he was martyred, possibly beaten or killed with an axe. Simon the Zealot is traditionally believed to have preached in Persia or North Africa. Accounts of his death vary. Some say he was sawn in half or crucified. And then there is Judas Iscariot, the betrayer. His end was not one of martyrdom, but of despair. Guilt-ridden, he took his own life, leaving a vacancy that was filled by Matthias, A man who stepped into a role that he knew would likely end in his own execution. Why does this matter? Skeptics often argue the resurrection was a lie. But historical psychologists point to one thing: people do not die for a lie they invented. These 12 men were scattered across the known world. They were tortured, beaten, and executed in isolation from one another. Yet not one of them cracked. Not one of them took back their story to save their lives. Whether you believe their message or not, one fact is undeniable. These ordinary men believed in something so extraordinary, they were willing to let the world watch them die for it. The question is, what did they see that made them so unafraid? If you found this deep dive into history fascinating, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We're uncovering more lost stories of the ancient world every week. Watch the video showing on your screen now to find out if present-day Israel is the biblical Israel.